Morning, y'all. I thought we'd take a walk around the garden, give you a little bit of a tour, show you what's going on, what's blooming, what's um, popping up, and what's growing. Guess we'll start here with the beans I planted, and they're popping up. These were the Royalty Purple Pod, and these down here were a bush green bean that was free. I've got lovely bloom or buds on my cosmos. They're going to be beautiful and pink. I don't see any buds down here on the nasturtiums yet. But you know, they always sneak, oh, there they are right there. There's their buds. I was going to say, they always sneak up on me, and they do. There's the snapdragons and some bachelor buttons. And let's see, what else have I got in here? I know those are primroses, evening primrose. Yep. There's another bud on that Cosmo. Oh, wow. That one's getting ready to open. How pretty. More beans over here. And you know, I think I made a mistake when I didn't pull out the roots on the lettuce because it keeps popping back up. The peas in here, they're looking a little rugged, and it's probably because of the bird I've got nested in here. I'm really trying not to chase her off and watering too much, and my peas are suffering. Although it's been raining like crazy here, you guys, so you would think they'd get enough water. But I'm probably just going to let these go until she hatches them out and fledges her babies, and then I'm going to pull them all out, and I think I'm going to plant some more beans in here like I did over here on this one here. I've got some red swan and another purple bean that I kind of like to put in here. They're bush beans. So, strawberries down here on this one. There's that little black opal basil that I clipped the top off of and planted it, and it's just doing really good. There is a snapdragon down in this one. This is where I had the snapdragons last year. And one of them came up, so I'm letting it grow. Let's go over to the expansion. Show you the stuff over there. Look at all these volunteer sunflowers. And there's the zinnias. I pruned up my tomatoes. I may do a little bit more pruning on this one here. And I've been trying to figure out a way to tie them up over here. I'm not sure yet. I was thinking maybe of kind of tying them up to that piece of cage that's still up here. So I've got a little bit of time. They're not falling over or anything yet, but I don't have a whole lot of time. There's some flower buds on that one, and there's, looks like, no, that's just a leaf. I thought I saw some more flowers on here too, but not quite. I did prune this one up to just 1 liter, one main leader, because it had 2 on it, and there was just no way that would make it really bushy. There's flowers there. These are the chocolate cherry sunflowers. I do not know what this is. I'm not sure. I see it on this and on a little bit of these over here. I'm not sure if it's a bug or, oh well, I bet it is a bug because there's something on there, isn't there? I'll have to look more closely and see. Something's been eating on my teddy bear sunflowers. Whatever it is not deterred by the marigolds at all, but then they're not blooming yet. This is one each of Silver Queen, Burmese, and Bowling Red ochras that I put in here. And these were the Okinawa Pink, and they are popping up. right there. I don't see the other ones yet, but I'm sure that I'm going to have more pop up in there. The potatoes that I moved over here, as you can see, they are dying back and they're falling down because they're just, the vines are so huge. But now these are indeterminate, and it wouldn't do me any good to heal them way up because they're not going to grow any more potatoes along the stems. So I did come out and deadhead the gardenia, and it has a lot of buds on there still. Looks like I need to come out and do a little bit more deadheading. Zinnias over here. The bee balm, the lemon bee balm, is doing great this year. It didn't do really great last year, but I think it was the pot I had it in. And there's the catnip, and then lots of little catnips going around it. I have picked a couple and give it to my sister for one of her cats that absolutely loves catnip. There is the rosemary, and I'm not sure what's going on with it because it's something's wrong here too, because the tips of them are drying up, and so I'm not sure what that is, but there is more little ones down in there too. I did pinch the tops off of them to see if maybe they'll bush out some. The oregano is doing really good, as is the sage, and the thyme is doing beautifully. This is the Italian white sunflowers, and I put the one marigold down here. The elderberries are doing well, and there's a calendula and the snapdragon in there. This sunflower, something ate it off or cut it off or something, and I'm not seeing what it could have been, ants or whatever, but this one did not make it. But I've got others. There's still one in here, and there's two in this one, and then the three over here. The delicata squash is just amazing me with how quickly it's growing. I mean, it covered up that little marigold I stuck in there. Lots of new growth down in here. Oh, it looks like I've got, not sure that, well, I thought it might be an aphid, but it feels kind of drier than that, so I'm not sure what that is. I haven't been able to get out here very well because of all the rain, so coming out and inspecting my plants and checking them out to make sure that nothing's laying eggs or biting on them and stuff has just really not been possible. Those are the two black oil sunflowers that I planted over here. And I've got some Virginia creeper coming up that I'm going to have to dig out because I don't want it here. I picked peas yesterday, and you know, they need picking again. They're just loaded. And I want to get as many as I can off of them because it's warming up really quickly. And with the warmth comes, my peas are going to die. I mean, they can't take the heat that we have here. I'm not really sure how hot it's supposed to get today, but you know, I've been using my air conditioner in the house, so it's been getting warm. But yeah, lots and lots of peas on both the Spring Blush and on the Lincoln. And they're really good peas. I've picked a couple of times and cooked myself some, and they're extremely sweet. They're just a really good pea. And I'm definitely going to grow the Lincoln again. I'm not sure I'm going to grow the Spring Blush again because it is a snap pea. And I prefer just to shell them rather than eat the pod too. So, strawberries, my little bit of propagation in here. I'm not seeing any roots yet, but you know, generally it takes a couple weeks. It's sending out a lot of runners, and I'm going to have to come out here again and snip a bunch of them off because I don't want too many runners going at one time. I'd rather they put their efforts into growing strawberries right now. But I do still have a couple of holes down here that I can put strawberries in. This bowling red okra is doing fantastic, growing really nice. It looks like it's trying to put some blooms on, but it's really not ready to bloom yet. It's kind of small still for that. Growing okra in containers is, sometimes you get a fantastic harvest, and sometimes it just seems like it wants to stunt the okra. So it's really hit and miss, and hopefully I'll get a decent amount of okra off of these. Radishes over there looks like they're about ready for me to start harvesting them. And there's still a couple of turnips over there that I need to get out. And I am letting this one go ahead and finish going to seed. It's not quite time to do the potatoes yet, to dig them. They have bloomed, part of them have, but I'm kind of waiting for them to die back. On my calendar, I have it listed as June 20th is the day to harvest, and that would be 100 days. These are, yeah, I forgot what kind. They're an indeterminate, but they're normally 95 to 110 days to grow. So I've got it marked down to try and harvest them at 100 days. Because, you know, I want some decent sized potatoes out of the deal. But if the vines do die completely back, I'll go ahead and dig them. The back up over here, this is my lilac. It's growing really good this year. It's struggled for several years, but it's really growing good this year. I do need to get over here and trim some of these canes off of my rows, because it's through blooming now, and it's trying to take over things. It just starts sending out lone canes willy-nilly, and they will take over my entire yard if I'm not careful. So I'll bring the big pruners over here. I can't talk today, I'm sorry. I'm just stumbling over everything. But I've got to trim it up and, you know, get rid of some of these really lone canes, especially around the bird feeders. Let's go over here. The fern is doing great this year. It really seems to be happy, sending up lots of new little fronds. There is the New Guinea impatiens. This is my Chinese pink celery that I'm growing for the single seed challenge. And it's starting to show some pink down here. And it seems to really like now that I've put it outside and in its own container. This is my dahlia that my sister bought me, and I put it into a larger pot, and it seems to be happy there. The two calendulas down there. Of course, my compost bin is getting lots of stuff. I don't have the room for a 3x3 compost bin, so I'm having to make do with this little tiny one, and it works. It just takes it a lot longer for everything to go down. So this is my parsley, and I'm just kind of letting it go this year. There's a couple of little swallowtail butterfly larvae, larvae on there. Some pretty caterpillars. And as these bloom and get seeds on them, I'll take the seeds off and just kind of dump them back down in there. I still have plenty of parsley in my house, and I need to get back in here and clean up around it, because, yeah, it's going to overtake me. The calendula over here look happy. So does that one. Carrots are doing well, and they're actually putting on a little bit of a root, if you can see it down there, but they're not ready to pull yet. These two are the jambalaya okra. Over there, some more okra, and here's some more okra. And they've really struggled this year between the freeze and just the cold night temperatures. They've really struggled. So I still have hopes, you know, that I'll get some decent okra this year. The not chives, the shallots are just, you can see them in there. They're really producing beautifully. Very pleased with those. Hoping that they produce to the point that I can have some and then keep some back to grow for next year. Onions are doing well. And I expect them to start dying off. There is actually a shallot in there that I left accidentally, but it seems to be happy there. Another view of the potatoes. The onions in here are happy. And I've got one empty spot here that I'm going to put something in. And these red onions are doing really well this year. I started these from seeds and they're putting on a beautiful bulb. Some bachelor buttons and a calendula, some snapdragons. The chives are back there. The blooms are about done and they're got the seed pods on them. And I don't know if I'm going to collect them or just let them go. The corn is really nice. I'd say it's about 24 inches tall, maybe a little taller than that. But it's growing really good. I don't see any tasseling yet. I have seen an aphid here and there, but I'm not seeing like an infestation. So, and I squish the ones I do find. But as you can see, the garden's really growing well. And I am starting to get things out of here. I mean, I've had a few strawberries here and there. I've picked peas a couple of times. Had some turnips and radishes. And so, yeah, things are doing well. I'm not seeing anything in the greenhouse popping up yet. Of course, it's only been a few days. And I do have some more herbs and stuff here to go and take to a daughter-in-law. And then these 3 okra, the silver queens, that I need to get out and put somewhere. And I'm not sure where yet, so that's why they're still in here. Because even with the expansion, there's just no more room out here for anything until I harvest something. Give you a peek at the Norfolk pine in here. It seems to be very happy out here in the greenhouse. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do. And if you want shorter daily videos, I'm on TikTok under Mary Container Garden. And I'll talk to y'all later.